All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Monster Jam live reaction video. It is currently Sunday, and there were two stadium events that happened. I reacted to San Diego yesterday, and today it's going to be both of the Anaheim shows. So this is technically, I actually haven't watched this yet, but it's going to be easy for me to get along with the entire event. So we're just going to get this over with quickly, and then a couple hours later, you guys will see the second Anaheim event happen, and I will be streaming that at 5 o'clock Eastern, so you guys could stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, we have our intros going on, and you have the lineup: Adam Anderson, Gravedigger, Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash, Tristan England, JCB, Digatron, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, Colvinard, Black Pearl, Zach Garner in his first stadium tour full-time in Wildside, Jamie Garner in El Toro Loco, and Michael Pagliarulo in his first stadium tour in the returning Excalibur truck. Matt Pagliarulo there you can see, a brand new silver Jester, which looks awesome. And Nick Pagliarulo also with a brand new Kraken, the purple body scheme. And I believe they used the Houston style track for this tour, if I'm correct. So they start basically in the middle. Oh, I got an ad. What are the odds? I got an ad. One of the struggles, I guess, with not watching a video that's live anymore. Actually, I could skip this one pretty quickly. There you go. Okay. They just back. I guess we can just wait here for racing. See what happens. I'll just kind of see the bracket for what's going to go down here. Alright, we'll skip to the first race here in Angel Stadium, Anaheim, Stadium Tour West. First race here is Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. That was a nice pronunciation by the announcer there. And he's facing off against Matt Pagliarulo and the brand new Jester body. Silver and blue is... The blue beadlocks is interesting to me. Yeah, they are using the Houston track, so they're starting basically on the center of the pod. Waiting for the light to go green. And we are underway at the first race. Can they cut to the action? What the heck? We're only seeing the light. Okay. I don't know what happened there. But they are basically out on the outside of the track. Oh, did El Toro Loco get the front tires on that red ramp? That could be 5 seconds for Garner. Don't know where Matt Pagliarulo is right now. He's about a truck length behind. But if El Toro Loco does get that penalty... Oh, he didn't. Okay. So it looks like he just barely got both front tires onto the ramp. And I thought Jester was going to win that. And he's going to be eliminated. And we'll move on to the next race. So 20.082. That's actually the quickest time that I've seen. San Diego only got like 20.8. Jamie Garner was hella fast that time. Alright. Next race, we have the newly crowned World Racing Champion on the screen right now. Zach Garner in Wildside. In his first stadium tour, he's taking on the 4-time world champion Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Already an incredible race. If you thought this is probably the best race of round one right here. Veteran versus a rising star here. You love to see it. All right, here we go. Around to the center of the track they go, and then down. And then they go out Chicago style. On the outside of the track, Garner. Oh, Anderson, I think, clipped that dirt bump. That's going to be costly for him. We'll see if Garner is able to capitalize off of that. Oh, boy. Almost a rollover. Did Garner get both front tires on the ramp? I don't think he did. So, Son of a Digger is going to get the win. I think Wildside did get that penalty. And there you can see it right there. Way wonky off of the grade jump, and that's going to be a penalty for Garner. So tough break for him. Anderson's going to move on to the next round. And look at the time from Anderson, 19.646. That's the first sub 20-second time I've seen, so that's nice for him. All right, third race of round one. Nick Pagliarulo and the brand new Purple Kraken. And he's debuting here. He debuted at the World Finals. And he's going against Kayla Blood in her brand new ride, the Sparkle Smash. Of course, debuted at the World Finals for that car wall stunt. Oh, Sparkle Smash didn't even get off the line. She just stood there. I don't know what's going on there. Electrical issues? Did Kraken? I have no clue what's going on. Kraken's the only one moving right now. Sparkle Smash hasn't even moved an inch yet. What happened with Kayla Blood's truck? Didn't even move. Electrical issues possibly, but... Oh, the truck has started. They're probably going to have to rerun this race. But a very weird instance there. Ooh, do I see lights on the eyes too? That's sick. Alright, so we are going to get a rerun after that weird instance from Kayla Blood. She has got that truck started up, so Kraken is going to have to go back to the line. But he had some good momentum coming out of that cyclone-style track. We'll see what if he can keep that momentum as he races for real this time. Tomfoolery Motorsports up against the Unicorn. Here we go. I like the Sparkle Smash strategy there. Just kind of eased it onto the pod so that she could probably get better speed. And they're both going into their final turns. Kraken is just about to get into his final turn. Sparkle Smash wins. And Kraken spins out. Tough break for him. It looked like he was going to have a good run at the first race, but Sparkle Smash had issues. And then in the second race, completely spins out, and Nick Pagliarulo is out of the racing competition. Kayla Blood is moving on to face Mike Pagliarulo in Excalibur. So what do you know? 2 Pagliarulos she's got to face in the first 2 rounds. Something nice to see. 20.154, do I see? Yeah, that's pretty fast time for Kayla Blood there. All right, our final race of round 1. Covenard and the Black Pearl. He's brought back that Silverado body I see there. And he's taking on one of your world racing champions from 2023, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Last year he could have had the chance to go back-to-back, but he had that incredible final round race, and Zach Garner would win the whole thing. But he's got a pretty much tough pony here. Covenard is actually a pretty good racer too. Oh! Digatron might have gotten 5 seconds there. Did not get front tires on that grade jump. And that would be huge for Covenard. What's going to happen here? A lot of people getting a bit wide on these turns, I've noticed, to make them get those 5-second penalties. So it's definitely slick out here on this track. It's very hard to get good grip around these turns for all these drivers. But Black Pearl had that dialed in. I don't know what happened with Tristan. We'll have to see on the replay here as we take a look. It wasn't that jump, but anyways, Bernard got the win. So, yep, there you go. 5-second penalty for Tristan England. He is out, which is a shocker. A 20.2 from Black Pearl. Covenard is going to move on to round 2. Now, we'll skip the games because we have pretty much enough time for those. So we got our first 4 races of round 1 done. All right. One of the 4 by-run trucks that we get to see from round 2. Two-time World Finals champion Todd LeDuc in Megalodon. And he's facing off against Jamie Garner from round 1. El Toro Loco. Another good race from these two drivers. Todd LeDuc, a couple of racing wins last year, a racing world champion, won it back in 2015. See how Garner does. He's got a tough opponent here. Did relatively good against, was it Jester? That was a pretty good race. He's got a tougher opponent. Megalodon is so far clean, and he's going into his final turn. So is El Toro Loco. And down to the wire, it's going to be Megalodon by about a truck length. And he's going to be going to the semifinals. Todd LeDuc is the first truck to get to the final 4. And we'll see who he's going up against next. Here's the replay. Yeah, about a truck length finish there was Megalodon. 20.031 is his time. That's a very good time. And here's another race, which I'm incredibly excited about. If you thought Zach Garner and Ryan Anderson was nice, wait till you see what Ryan Anderson's opponent is next. Bryce Kenny. After Mohawk Warrior decided to call quits on Monster Jam, he is back in his old ride, the Monster Mutt. I am so hyped that he's back in his old truck. That I was able to see him one time, Rochester 2016. I got high hopes for him in his old truck. It's obviously a different truck. He's not used to anything that he was with Mohawk Warrior. We'll see how he does against Ryan Anderson here. The fastest racer, of course, in this tour. So far, Kenny is keeping up the pace. Both going into their final turn. Oh, a close one. We might have to go to photo finish. I think it was Son of a Digger, though. By about maybe a tire length that time. Yeah, we definitely have to go. We don't get the clearest view, and Son of a Digger will get the win. But yeah, it's not centered, so you really can't see well of who the winner is. But they have announced it. Son of a Digger has got the win, but Mastermo was able to keep up nicely, both with a sub 20-second time. But Son of a Digger, a 19.582. That will give him lane choice in the semifinals against Megalodon. All right, here's the second race, or third race, or round 2. Caleb Blood Sparkle Smash taking on another Pagliarulo. If you thought one was enough, how about Mike Pagliarulo in the returning Excalibur truck as we get things started here on the Cyclone-style track. Pagliarulo with a nice pace. Could have been 5 seconds there, but we're just going to skip over that. Both, again, to their final turn. Excalibur may have gotten the upside win, but again, he maybe have gotten 5-second penalty. It's that gray side there that seems to be the issue for everybody. It's a whole lot slicker on that one side only, and that's what's causing all these guys to get squirrely off the ramp. But it's not going to be a 5-second penalty. Excalibur got it, and that's the fastest time we've seen. 19.3 from Mike Pagliarulo. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting that. Very fast time. We'll see how he holds up in the semifinals. I was not expecting that at all. What a race. What a performance from Excalibur there. Showing off strong here. All right, Covenard and Black Pearl. On for round 1, a former Gravedigger driver. Speaking of Gravedigger, his opponent, the 5-time world champion, Adam Anderson. And Gravedigger, again, we saw it in the fall of last year. That's a brand new truck he's driving. That, I believe, is Gravedigger 43, if I'm correct. This is an all-new, brand new truck for him. You can see how different it is. The wheelbase is a little bit shorter than the other one he had, which was 35. Black Pearl could have had 5 seconds, but we're just going to skip over it. This track is already slick for all these drivers. Final turn. Black Pearl gets the win! A huge upset from Colvenard. Adam Anderson, that was fair and square, too. The Colvenard just had more of the speed. But did he get any 5 seconds? He definitely not on that great jump, but it was that red jump I was concerned about. See if they announce a winner. It was definitely Venard across the line first. And they're going to count it. 19.869. So Colvenard living up to his name and moving on to the semifinals against Mike Pagliarulo and Excalibur, which should be an interesting racing finals that will be setting up. The easier choice to pick was probably Son of a Digger and Black Pearl. But again, Excalibur had the fastest time so far, which nobody was expecting, so this could go either way again. But we will skip straight to that as... Alright, already going up to the line. Racing World Champion against Racing World Champion. Megalodon and Son of a Digger. Again, Todd LeDuc, Ryan Anderson, both these drivers know what it's like. They faced in the final round of World Finals 16. And Son of a Digger spun out. Metal Militia would win that. Round to the final turn. This is a relatively good race. It's Anderson, though. Son of a Digger. By about a truck length. And Ryan Anderson will move on to the finals on par to win the first 12 points of the night. We'll see how it goes for him on who his next opponent will be. That's a 19.383, so relatively the same time, but I think Excalibur's was still faster. I think like 400th of a second. All right, here's Excalibur, Mike Pagliarulo, going to the line to face Colvenard and Black Pearl, who's been fast as well. This will be a great matchup here. Independent versus independent. Out of the middle on the Cyclone and out to the outside. Oh, Excalibur squirrely on the red jump there. That's not going to be good for him. Can he keep up the pace? Oh, that's close again. We might have to go to another photo finish again. Maybe a 5-second penalty from Excalibur. A very squirrely jump, but relatively, that was close. And we'll see how things shake up here. No clue. No clue. That's the first race that I have no clue who won. That was close. And it's Black Pearl by 1/10 of a second. 19.767 against a 19.8. But what a performance from Excalibur. Able to get all the way to the semifinals. And I think that's 10 points for him. So that's a good start for Tomfoolery Motorsports. Their newest driver added in his first stadium tour. As we now have our racing finals set, we will skip to that. So here we go. Two drivers with a great history. Ryan Anderson, 4-time world champion. The fastest racer here again. He's been dialed in all night. And Colvenard, a former Gravedigger driver. He's been in this position before. Let's see if he can do the unthinkable, really, and beat Ryan here. All right, they make their way to the line now. To the line they go. A little recheck there. And here we go, the final race to determine the first 12 points for Stadium Tour West. Both get off the middle pod quickly. Black Pearl was able to keep it there. I definitely know that. Anderson's keeping up, though, the final turn. And it's Son of a Digger, Ryan Anderson, who will win the final round of racing and the first 12 points of the night. Good job for him. So his racing streak starts off hot, undefeated. Starting round 1, 4-0. One of the best racing records that he has. 19.355 is a good time to set the tone here. So that is 12 points for Son of a Digger, 11 points for Black Pearl. All right, so that is one event down. No, we'll skip. Actually, we'll wait for. We'll see the interview. We'll see the interview here. At least it's not raining out here in the track, because then it would be way more difficult for all these drivers. Oh, nice. His son's there. Cool. Nice. Nice to see race at the show. And Anderson is pumped up after that victory. And that is one event down. 2 more to go. Next is the skills challenge. Anderson could really be on par here to maybe get a sweep. That's a good start for him. But again, you have all these competitors. This is a stacked tour. A lot of heavy hitters on this one especially. The other one had way more variety with the East Tour, but a lot of heavy hitters here for the West Tour. So Anderson, 12 points. Here is the other points. Oh, they show the bottom half this time. Interesting. They didn't show the bottom half at all for the East Tour, but they do here. So Excalibur, yes, he does get 10 points. Megalodon, 9. Monster Mud, 8th. Gravedigger, 7. And in the bottom half, you could see right there, JCB Digatron at 2 points to start off his night. That's not good for him. Tristan England's really got to step it up here if he still wants the shot at the overall event championship. All right, we'll move on to the skills challenge. Up first is Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. The silver body that he debuted at World Finals 23. There's probably many more colors that he could bring. I wonder what he's going to debut next year. He should bring back the orange body. It's been a while since we've seen the orange Jester body, which was the first. Like, what, 2016 was the last time that we've seen it? It's been 8 years. And he's never brought that back once, so it'd be nice if he brought it back. He hasn't done the color yellow yet, so I wonder how yellow would go for Jester. I mean, wouldn't be too bad probably, right? Jester, the first truck out for two-wheel skills. A lot of blue lights in that interior. Looks like he's going to go for a donut, so this is the only attempt right here. We'll see if it's a good one. See if he pops out the steering wheel. No steering wheel, but he's keeping it going. Long pace, the truck is smoking a little bit. Oh, he did get the steering wheel out. Okay. Matt Pagliarulo with some style points for these fans right here. We'll see how Anaheim scores the first run here for two-wheel skills. The only donut for Jester, but he was able to keep it. It was a pretty good time length. And I did see last second that he did get the steering wheel. Oh, there you can see it right there, I think. Or is that his hand? Oh, nope, steering wheel right there. Nice. We've seen a lot of drivers pull out the steering wheel for donuts. It's like pretty much paying ode to like George Balhan. He did it all the time. Love to see it. 6.213. So again, it's only one hit, so it's not really much the fans could do. But it was a pretty good donut. And he had the style points too. So, average start for the two-wheel skills. Up next is a heavy hitter right here. Zach Garner, again, his first stadium tour appearance full-time in Wildside. Newly crowned World Racing Champion. Probably one of the most emotional victories that I've seen. And actually, it looks like I think that's the old Wildside body. So he doesn't have the holographic one anymore. He's brought back the old one. Love to see it. It's going right up to... Looks like he's going to go for a popper. Gets it. Ooh, aggressive entrance. But again, he's got the balance. Almost perfect right there. Look at this. Toying with the rear steer. Again, more style points to that. Look at that. He almost got that straight up. Did not move an inch. He's going for the combo. Nope. I thought he was. That's one hit. Good way to start it off. That one move there would probably take the lead already. We'll see if he can... You could see if he can put that score even higher. Maybe a 9 possibly. With this next move right here. A lot of planning comes into this event right here. He's going for a bicycle. Off the racing lane. Love to see it. On the sidewalls. Good save. Gotta give props to that. A good skills run from Wildside. You know that's going to go well with the fans there. That's probably going to be a 9 from me. I'll probably give it a 9.1. Good run from Zach Garner. There's the first hit. Perfect balance pretty much. Even though, like, more than 5 seconds probably would be perfect balance. But keeping it steady. And then this bicycle. A good sidewall to put it back on all fours. And we'll see what Anaheim scores Zach Garner here. It's not a 9. It's only an 8.279. It's actually a pretty low score. I mean, I'll rate it. That's probably what the judges would score right there. Okay. So Anaheim maybe a little bit serious about this. All right. We got our second Pagliarulo out of the track now for skills. The Kraken. The purple Kraken, I should say. Nick Pagliarulo. Another truck debuting. A brand new body at the World Finals 23. We'll see how he can top that run. Known to be a popper guy as well. We'll see if he'll show off those moves. Second Tomfoolery Motorsports. Looks like he's going to line up for a bicycle. Just like Garner did. The same spot. He's got it. Oh, it was too aggressive. Can he save it? No. That was a weird there. He flipped it like a backflip. And the truck is up and over. That's going to do it for Kraken. An aggressive crash right there. Doesn't seem to be too much damage, though. It looks like only body. Here is the replay. A very aggressive entrance. Almost had the one-wheel save. Pretty much backflipped it. And onto the lid it goes. The purple body is destroyed. You know, pretty much a wow factor. We'll see how the score goes. And it's a 5.3. Put him in last place for now. Again, there's still a lot of drivers. We are 1/4 of the way through. We'll see how everything goes here. So that's a 5.3. We'll skip ahead here. Must Jam Showdown. We got another giveaway there. Nice. All right, JCB Digatron. Tristan England is next. After an unexpected round 1 loss. Again, it's a little bit slick out here on this track, but he should have no problem in skills. He's one of the best to do it. We'll see how Tristan does here. 8.279 again, the score to beat from Wildside. A relatively easy score for somebody like Tristan. Probably both of his hits are probably going to be poppers here. We'll see how everything shakes out. Going to the center. The middle pot, he's going to pop it off of it. Good start again. Just like Garner. Perfect balance. Complete control of the Digatron. And he's going to try and combo it. He does. Nicely done. Right onto the backside now is Tristan England. And he'll just walk it down on one wheel. Very nice first hit. He is in good contention here to take the lead. We'll see what the next move brings us here. And he's going again. Another spot where Garner did. The popper. Basically a berm sidetrack, I wouldn't say. Reverse or forward? Yeah, he's definitely going forward. Revving the truck up. Here he goes, his second hit. Rear steer being toyed with. Love to see it. Can he get himself the combo? No, but he is going to walk it up very nicely. Right on top he goes, and he throttles it. Oh, that was clean. I don't think it could get any cleaner than that. He throttled it out, going for pretty much a wheelie, and it perfectly rolled down the ramp. I don't think it could get any smoother than that. Well, that is in contention for the lead. We'll see how Anaheim scores Tristan England right here. Here's the replay. That's his first hit. Again, easy work for Tristan here. And then the combination back up to the middle pod. I want to see that second hit, though. That was a perfect, pretty much landing. Walked it up top. And then, well, you see it throttles it out. And then the back tires perfectly rolled down the ramp. And it's going to take the lead. A 9.366. And another hard score that these competitors are going to try to beat. Tristan England, so far, on top. We'll see what happens next. Perfect run for Tristan. That was a great. He is pumped up about that. You can see him in his truck. He is hype what he's done. Again, that was a very smooth transition. I don't know how you could get any smoother than that. All right, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, is up next. He's going to try and match what Tristan did. We'll see what he does. I love the enunciation of the one guy, El Toro Loco. Nostrils smoking. Looks like Jamie's going to start off with a reverse popper off of the pod. Usually a move that you'll see from him. Again, he also has that brand new El Toro Loco body. Looks a little bit weird. I kind of like it with the chunky body on that chassis. But it'll work. A nice pop, though. Wheelies it, walks it all the way across the middle pod. A good start for Garner. One attempt left. And it seems like the horns. I'm not sure if they say the horns seem easier that they would fall off, but so far I haven't seen an instance where the truck looks completely fine. The horns, actually really interesting. All right, let's see what he goes for next. Circling back around, he could try. Looks like he's going to go back to the middle pod. And he's going to go for a sky wheelie. Nicely done. That was a good vertical angle. That's it for his run. Don't think he's going to take the lead. That was a good attempt either way, though. Let's see if he maybe shows off to one of the drivers. He'll probably do that in freestyle, but again, it was a good time. Were you there at the show? Nice wheelie on that first hit. And then good sky wheelie there. Usually something you might see at the wheelie competition there. That'd be some good points for sky wheelies if he was in the Arena East Tour. 7.1. You're in San Diego getting ready for that show. Nice. I'll be reacting to that show Wednesday. I won't be able to see it today. I'll be reacting to the second Anaheim show later today. Tomorrow is Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Tuesday is pretty much a day off. And then, yeah, Wednesday you'll see the second San Diego show. All right. Bryce Kenny. Monster Mutt. Again. His old monster truck. We haven't seen him drive it since 2016. And he's back in it. It's a whole new ride for him, but I'm pretty sure he'll get used to it. Wanted to see Mayhem. Yeah. I gotta give props to Mayhem for that last freestyle run. Incredible. The backflip was a good save, and then the stoppie at the end. Honestly, that was one of the best freestyles probably that we'll see all year. It was honestly a really good start for that tour. And Armando Castro winning the overall event championship. Good for him. But yeah, the Gravedigger crash at the end. I was not expecting that. If you want to see that reaction, go ahead. But that was mad. All right. He had a nice popper, though, Kenny. He's going to the backflip ramp now. All right. I'll be make sure to get note of that. So here's Bryce Kenny now. Going for, looks like a maximum moonwalk. Because it's the backflip ramp, so what else would it be called? Looks like he's going to pop it. We'll see what happens here. Kenny gets the pop. Ooh! I don't think he had pretty much control of it. Sets it back down quickly. But that first hit will probably give him a good score. I'd say that would be an 8 run. Good run from Monster Mutt. Here's that first hit. Good popper run there. Nice balance. Again, he's a little bit of an aggressive driver, so some of the scoring was weird. So far, the scoring is pretty actually good right now for the skills. We'll see how this one is. 7.9. Yeah, okay. Perfect so far, but if it's weird for freestyle, probably. It probably will be weird for freestyle. I'm sure the show was great, though. I think we are halfway through the field. Yep. 6 more trucks. JCB Degatron is still leading with a 9.366. Yeah, I think it was. Better than San Diego. I mean, I'm probably one of those people that argue the other way. But, yeah, so far I think San Diego was a better show. But I haven't even watched this full one yet, so we'll see what happens. Sparkle Smash now. Caleb Blood for the Skills Challenge. Looks like she's going to start it off with a popper. One of the racing jumps. You in for a treat? Bet I am. I'll keep hype for it. So far, she didn't really get much of a vertical distance. It was kind of short. See how Kayla does the next hit. She's going now to the center pod. Again, this is a brand new truck for the 25 season. Ooh, tried to go for a popper. The center pod, it did not work for her. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a good score from the fans. And relatively, though, there was a good attempt either way. Again, brand new truck for this year. Soldier Fortune is now gone. Wonder if they're going to bring that truck back at some point. Had a good pop there from the first hit, but it didn't last long enough. Yeah, that's nice that you're able to get to travel to 2 different cities at one. 4.842, that's dead last, unfortunately. Even Kraken's one and done move was right ahead of her. But that is going to be it. All right. Adam Anderson up next, the 5-time world champion. Will get a go at it. Gravedigger. Trying to beat Tristan England and get him off the top spot. Again, he's got a brand new truck for 2025. Got rid of the long wheelbase one. That was 35. Now he's driving 43. You can notice the differences. Shorter wheelbase. Actually, shorter in width, basically, with the wheelbase. Going for a bicycle now. Oh, that's a really good one. He's got the sidewall. Nice save. Good start to the run. Going to the jammer now. Looks like he's going to try and go for a slap wheelie. We'll see if an accidental front flip attempt happens. Like what happened last year in San Francisco. I was able to see that. That was mad. I mean, a front flip could be possible here. Let's see. Goes for the jammer. Nice slap wheelie. Oh, man. Beyond vertical. On top of the pod. That was a great slap wheelie. Maybe I thought he was going over it. He gassed it a little bit too much. But it worked out. He's still on all fours. A little bit of body damage to the back. A good run from Adam there. You see the nice bicycle. Been doing that move for years, so he got to be master at that. Nice, cool bicycle. And then here's the slap wheelie. I thought maybe we could see a front flip, but it looks like it was a smoother ramp. Oh, man. Got into the air a little bit for a second. A little bit twisted. He was still going at it. Good run from Adam Anderson. Those were kind of basic moves, though, in my opinion. So I don't think it might take the lead. Does it? Probably will be a 9 score, though. Let's see if Gravedigger takes the lead. We'll see if there's bias. Oh, maybe not. Nope. 9.044. I was right about it being a 9 score, but it doesn't take the lead. Okay. Anaheim so far doing amazing at scoring. JCB, Digatron, is still in the lead as we have 4 more trucks to go. Todd LeDuc will now get a shot in Megalodon. Oh, so far starting off his night good. Got to the semifinals. Lost to Son of a Digger. See how 2 of those skills goes for him. I imagine first hit we'll see is a bicycle. And he's going right at it. No lineup whatsoever. He already knows what he's trying to do. Wasn't long as I was expecting from LeDuc. Looks like he's going to go circling back over to the same ramp. So that was 1 hit. Yes, there you go. He's going to try and do it again. And again, it was short. Not quite getting up to the sidewalls as much. So that was very quick, short and sweet from LeDuc. It's probably going to be an 8 score. maybe 7. Middle of the pack I predict him to be in right now. So he had the bicycle, he had the angle there, but again, it was very short. And he probably would have liked to get into that sidewall formation. Let's see what the scores. Let's see what Anaheim thinks about it here. I'd say it's like a 7.4. Okay, it's 6.929 from the fans. It's 6th place. I think it's too low, but you know what? It's not for the lead, so it really doesn't matter. All right. Next up, here's a guy who's already having one of the best nights, and this is his first stadium tour, getting 10 points so far. He's in 3rd in the standings. Mike Pagliarulo. And the returning Excalibur truck, Charlie Pauken, famously driving it back in the 80s and 90s. Very old school. Love to see that thing back. He's going for a bicycle. First hit. He gets the sidewall. Okay. Starting off strong. Again, it was pretty short. Mike last year was pretty much a fill-in driver for most of the East Tour. You had Kraken that he was driving for the first few weeks because Nick was having a baby. And then he drove Black Pearl for a couple of shows because Covenard injured himself. But he's definitely improved massively since that time. And he's got a nice popper going on the center pod. That was a good run from him. There's Matt cheering on. Let's see what the scores are for Mike. If he's in the top half again, could be a solid points haul for the tomfoolery team. Mike could very well finish top half of the standings tonight. We'll see how he does in freestyle. Also, we have a 4th Pagliarulo. So Brooke Pagliarulo also driving for a brief moment. Maybe she'll be in Monster Jam someday, I'm not sure. 7.363 from Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. So that is a 5th place finish. So JCB Digatron he still has the lead, and right now he's at 2 points. So Tristan, this would be a great points haul for him to get it back into the game here to get the overall event championship. Here is one of your finalists, Covenard and Black Pearl. Bringing back that Silverado body. Haven't seen it actually in a quite a bit. Already having 11 points on the night. See how he does here in skills. All right, starting it off, looks like he's going to go for a reverse popper. Off of the racing lane, he gets it and gasses it right over. Nicely done for the first hit for Black Pearl. It's kind of weird how I was looking at like some of the highlights. Well, he's going for a bicycle now. He didn't quite get it up in the angle that he wanted. It's kind of weird. I'd seen like some of the highlights from the show, like not all of it, but I really thought for a second that Black Pearl had no BKT tires on. It was weird. Like he didn't have it. Like I didn't see the logo or anything. So I really thought that he was using no BKT tires this whole show. It's kind of weird, but like I guess he was. Total fall off easily there. Relatively not a good score here from Black Pearl. We'll see. Well, for me, 6.6. I'll put him in 8th place. We have one more truck to go. And then we are on to freestyle. It's already 50 minutes in, and we're already through the 2 events. 9.3. Already has the JCB Racing win under his belt. Let's see if he can dethrone JCB in the skills challenge. He's so far still the guy to beat. Ryan Anderson, we'll see if he can try and top the Digatron off the top spot. Son of a digger. And Ryan Anderson. We'll see how he does. Going for a bicycle hit to start things off on the racing lane. Here he goes. Oh, it's an ad. It literally cut off to the ad. Are you kidding me? During the hit. You gotta be joking. Okay, there we go. He got the bicycle. Looks like he's gonna put it into his sidewall. And he gets the nice save. And that was only one hit. He's still got one more to go. That's for a great start for Ryan here. There's Tristan watching on. And he's going to the backflip ramp, it looks like. Trying to maybe go for a maximum moonwalk here. We already saw it from Bryce Kenny earlier. See if Anderson can get the pop. Oh, no, instead, yeah, he's going to crawl it up top. So this right here is the true maximum moonwalk. And he's got it. A good job there. Oh, he backs it down right here. Oh, he throttles it. Oh, and he uses the rebound from the back tires to put it back up. Are you kidding me? He uses the rebound from the back tires to somehow get it back up on its nose. Wow. And he almost did it again. Incredible. That right there could take the lead. I don't think I've seen anything like that before. A little bit of a new move there we saw. There you can see him motioning everybody to swipe up on their judging. Amazing run. I don't know if I've seen anything like that before. Wow. Even announcers are shocked. All right, here is the bicycle that we got to see. Nice sidewall save. Turn it back around. And then that second hit is what really makes this the icing on the cake. Maximum moonwalk. Again, perfectly vertical. Perfect balance. Complete control of the truck. And he uses the rebound. Gasses it. And then rebounds. And then back around. I'd say that's like a ground popper. It's as simple as that because he used the ground for that. Tristan England is cheering on there. 9.366. We'll see if it's enough. Let's see if Son of a Digger gets 2 competitions. No! It is not enough by 0.03. And Tristan England is going to win skills. Ryan Anderson should have won that in my opinion. Wow. So the Digatron gets the win. And that will be good for points for him. He bounces back after pretty much getting 2 points in the racing. Wow. So our first blunder maybe from the Anaheim for scoring? Of course it had to be in the end. Slap William Miller. I'd say it's a ground popper. That was mad. Oh, they got towels? That's cool. Oh, he's got something planned. He's got something planned for freestyle. Maybe it is something to be hyped for here. So Tristan, with 12 points added, and not much of a probably game. He's up 14 right now, but he does make it to the top half. He's in 6th, though. Still got a long ways to go. Anderson leading by 6 points. Look at Excalibur, still up strong in 2nd place, 17 points. He's tied with Gravedigger. So, again, both those drivers, they could win the championship, but Anderson, it's a pretty big lead. We'll see how Son of a Digger does in freestyle. We'll skip right to that if we can. Oh, actually, we have. And our first truck up is Excalibur. Mike Pagliarulo will get things started. Already an amazing night for him. 2nd place. We'll see how he does in freestyle. He starts it off strong on the racing lane. Let's swing it back to the center. His first stadium tour appearance, full time, in his own truck that he gets to drive. Last year it was a complete fill-in for everybody. Filled in for Kraken for the first few shows. And even filled in for Black Pearl for a couple of shows at one point. Mostly for the East Tour he was out there filling in. But it's good to see him finally getting a top spot. Now we have 3 Pagliarulos, 3 Tomfoolery Monster Trucks on the tour. And Excalibur's back. It's going to be exciting to see what he can do all season. About halfway through his freestyle run now. Taking it easy. We'll see if he can up the ante here for all these Anaheim fans. Nice little air there. Oh, I thought he was going to maybe try for a combo, but he didn't get it. And he eases it down. I think he's going to line up for a backflip ramp. Here he is. The first backflip of the night. Can he land it? Excalibur. Oh, over rotation. And he doesn't get the save. Man, I really thought we were going to see consecutive. You know how much I love those consecutive backflips. You don't see it, but it's one of my favorite moves. Excalibur's run has ended, though. Still, like, more than 30 seconds left on the clock. Here's the backflip. A little bit short, but I really thought he was going to go for that consecutive. But it looks like the tires didn't hit the ground enough to get the grip. So it was pretty much over for Excalibur. But good first freestyle to start off his 25 season. I imagine this will be a good score here. 8.083 is what we're going to be starting it off here. Mike Pagliarulo announcing his presence here to start off freestyle, setting the tone for all these other competitors here tonight. All right, we'll skip to the second truck now. And here's his father now out onto the track, Matt Pagliarulo and Jester. Second Tomfoolery Monster Truck out for freestyle. The brand new silver body. The silver and blue combination. Looks interesting combination. A strong start for the freestyle. We'll see if Matt can dethrone his son here. 8.083 from Excalibur. See how Jester shows off here tonight. And he also starts off in the race lane, but that was a good send right there to start off his freestyle. And again, goes all around the racing track right now. Pagliarulo wiping it around. Started his driving career. Began Monster Jam in 2015. Again, that orange body that he had. I would really love to see that body back if he could throughout this year, because we haven't seen it since it was last appeared in like 2016. So it's been a long time. I would love to see it if he could bring back that body. And there's other colors that I would like to see the Jester debut. We haven't seen yellow yet. Wonder how much that would work out. Oh, I thought he was going to go full speed to the backflip ramp. I was going to say. Or maybe he is lining up for one, actually. And he could be. Early on in his run, there's still 60 seconds. Here goes Jester. He lands it. He's still got a whole lot of time here, so this would be really great for Matt. Let's see how much he goes. And then he sends it off of the step up. This is going to be good for points haul here. Matt Pagliarulo, the first backflip. I wasn't expecting it that early. This will be really great for him right here. 30 seconds, so it's pretty much bonus time if it was still existing right now. A little bit of cross-threading action. Truck is very much smoking on the back, and they're going to call it there. But that backflip he did land, so that'll probably take the lead. We'll see how it shakes out here. Jester with a very strong freestyle there. Matt showing off to his son, Mike. We'll see how scores shake out here. Here's some of the replays that you see. That was the first hit. A little wonky hit off the racing jump. And then here's that backflip. Pretty much a clean landing. A little bit on the nose. Same thing with Excalibur, but he did not get that bounce. So it was pretty much a perfect rotation. And then the send off of the step up. That was pretty much a good set of moves. We'll see what Jester gets here. Matt Pagliarulo. An 8.508. That will take the lead. So Jester is your new leader in freestyle. We still have a lot more action to go. But good for Matt Pagliarulo. That was one of his best freestyles of his career. We'll see if Jamie Garner now, El Toro Loco, can try and match Jester's run. As that brand new body has been installed to his truck. Honestly, for some reason, I feel like the old body looked way better on Garner's chassis. But that's just my opinion. It looks kind of weird seeing it shorter, but again, it doesn't matter. Like, I thought the new body was ugly at first, but it's really not that bad. See where Garner goes for his first hit. It's going to the back, maybe. He's going to start by sending it, maybe? Yeah, he's sending off the step up. I thought he was going to go for the backflip first. Now, we've seen that before in Glendale, so if he started his run with a backflip, I would go nuts. Revving the engine. Here goes Jamie. Starting it off the step up. Nice jump. And he's got three of his guys here. Garner Motorsports, Colvinard Black Pearl, and now officially his son, Zach Garner, competing with his father. Garner getting some good hits. Starting off his run. 30 seconds filled. He will get a score. So far, it's been a pretty strong start for the team. Colvinard got finals in racing. And then Wildside with a nice skills performance. See if Jamie can throw it down here in freestyle. And a good send. Right from the berm. Oh, he got tripped up on the center pod. And now again. And it's, oh, we got a little bit of smoke coming out the back of the truck. And I do want to talk about the freestyle track here. Again, this is the Houston track pretty much. That was from last year. This is the Cyclone style track, but you have that center pot in the middle, which for freestyle, I would say there's going to be a whole lot of crashes going on because, again, it's not that open. Everything is crammed in together, so pretty much anything can happen. And right now, well, it looks like Garner has some rear steering issues, it looks like. Does not want to get back to him. That seems to be the issue. Garner, rear steering is not centering itself. And I'm sure it's not that big of a problem for him. I'm sure he could drive in pretty much any state. About 10 seconds left of his run, but this is going to hurt him tremendously right here. Wall riding the step up. Oh, I got an ad. There we go. Got the ad right there. So that's going to be it for Garner's run, but again, big problems for him for that rear steering, so it's not going to go well. So Jester's probably going to keep the lead, but he had a strong start, really, to start his run. He's sending it off the step up to start his run, and then pretty much lax from there. I think it was that huge jump right to the center of the pot is what got the issues going for El Toro Loco. It might have been there where the rear steer was locking up. And here's that first send off the step up. 6.725. That's going to put him last place right now. We are now officially a fourth of the way through the field. Todd LeDuc, Megalodon, is up next. Two-time World Finals champion. We'll see how it goes for him. Won the freestyle world title in 2014. One of the best freestyles ever to happen in Must Jam history. We'll see if we could see we'll see if a LeDuc leap happens here in Anaheim. The shark slithering its way through the track. And we'll see what the first hit here will be. See if he starts it off strong, going around. Here goes LeDuc to the center of the pot. A nice start to his run. I believe this is his fourth monster truck that he's now driven in his career. He had Blue Thunder briefly in 22 and 2017 for Stadium Tour and International timing. And then he had Monster Energy for the 4 years, which he made a name out of that. And then, of course, Metal Militia. So he's pretty much a veteran. He's been in the sport for, I think, is it 15 years? So he's been here for actually a very long time. Oh, I thought he was going to go for a little pop there. Easing his way out into the track. Halfway through his run. Oh, a little send. Right off of one of the berms. Okay. Well, it's not really a berm, but it's shaped like it, so. A good bit of air from Megalodon. Looks like he's going to go back over to that same jump and get even bigger air. Look at that. Right on top of the center pod. So that'd be good for him. He's going to try and go down for the backflip, see if he can land that. And it is a perfect square landing for Todd LeDuc. Now he's just got to go all out here if he wants a shot at Jester for the lead. 8.508. That is the score to beat. Todd LeDuc getting inching closer. And he's going to go for a bicycle. That was a nice attempt. Still got 10 seconds. You can very much... Oh, my! Oh, and the truck. Huge wreckage on the front. And he saves it. He saves the truck. But the front is destroyed. but a nice ending to the run. That might take the lead. Todd LeDuc leaping it across Angel Stadium. Showing off to the fans here. I think that could be a 9 score right there. A very good ending to his freestyle run. Posing on the truck. I'd love to see the replay because I would like to see all of that again. But yeah, again, damage to the front. Looked like a 4-link bar might have broken. We'll have to see if we have a different view for that. Well, we're already getting into the score, so we won't see the replays. See what Megalodon gets here. 9.6. Okay, that was a high score. L for Anaheim. But that's going to be a lead and a hard score to beat. So Todd LeDuc clinched himself nicely into the lead. Here's that backflip. Nails it perfectly. And then I would love to see that ending if we can. Okay, here's a different view. So we might see the damage to the truck here. Oh my, yeah. That was definitely a 4-link bar that broke. But he was able to save it back even with a broken truck. They'll probably have that thing fixed in no time for the next show. So far, we're 5 trucks through. Or actually, 4 trucks through. Oh, here's Jester, Matt Pagliarulo. Oh boy. What is Mike doing? What, was Mike chewing on a cracker or something? That's hilarious, dude. Well, anyways, Matt announcing the next truck, and it is the final tomfoolery. His first son, Nick Pagliarulo. And Kraken, the whole body is now gone. What's going on, B-Swarm? So Kraken, we don't get to see the body anymore after that 2-wheel skills wreck after we saw. A nice start to the run. So he's basically, we get to see pretty much everything that goes on inside of the driver's cab. Get to see how Kraken drives this thing around. A nice send off the center pod. Final tomfoolery monster truck out here for freestyle. We'll see if he can try to match Todd LeDuc's score here. A 9.6 is a hard score to beat. Nick Pagliarulo is definitely a guy, though, that could potentially get a wow moment going here. Oh, I think he's maybe has problems. I have to look at that again. Nice send. One of the burps. Oh, my! The left front wheel brakes on impact of the center pod, and that's going to do it. A wild wreck. And Kraken's night continues to end in complete carnage. It's that center pod again. I don't like how this freestyle track goes down. Like, everything's crammed in together, but a wild finish. That'll be a wow factor moment for sure. A wild ending. We'll see that jump again. There's off the red berm. Good send, but if he would have probably got his front tires on the top of that pod, he most likely would have been still going. But that left front wheel just decided to go bye-bye. Even got a little wheelie out of that. That was pretty nice. Hard impact. Good style points, though. 7.186 puts him in 4th place. It won't be enough for that top spot. So Megalodon will keep the lead, but Kraken is hyped after that. 4th place spot. We have Garner at the bottom spot. All the Pagliarulos, 4th, 3rd, 2nd. They have been having some solid freestyles. But Todd LeDuc again at the top spot. This will be a good points haul though for Mike Pagliarulo. He's been having an incredible night with racing, skills, and freestyle was pretty nice. If he would have gotten that consecutive, I think he probably would have won freestyle. My favorite monster truck, Max D. Unfortunately, it's gone. I won't brag too much, but yeah, that Max D was my favorite. Is Matt going to announce another one? Matt is hyped. He had a good free second. You got to give props to Matt Pagliarulo. That was one of the best runs of his career, right there. So we're halfway through, pretty much. Actually, yeah. No, we're not halfway through. Oh, we got another ad. Yeah. Honestly, though, it pretty much was the right call, in my opinion. Tom Entz would probably be the only driver. I mean, maybe they'll probably use the truck for international shows, in my opinion. But we'll see if what happens. Kraken's your favorite? Nice. Matt is basically commanding this. Matt is pretty much commanding this audience right now. This is a hype crowd that we have here. 7 trucks left. There's a leaderboard again. Be good for him if he gets second place, maybe. But again, there's plenty of other drivers that could get a 9 score, so yeah, the details are nice. Is the purple color your favorite, or the blue and green? We'll see who comes out next year for freestyle. Actually, they're cracking track, so we probably have to skip some time. Okay. Alright. So this is officially halfway through with this next truck right here. Out comes Caleb Blood now. Sparkle Smash. We're going to see the confetti from the horn, possibly. We should probably go to the top of the step up to do that. Wait, oh, okay, I was about to say, there was another ramp there? There you go, there's the confetti. Yeah, that's a nice detail that they added to the truck. I really like that. So it looks like she will start off her run from the back of the step up. Nice there. How long have I been on YouTube? I've been uploading on this channel for 6 years, or 7 years actually. It's been 7 years since I've like pretty much been uploading. I first discovered YouTube though like 10 years ago. Caleb Blood again. This is a brand new ride for her for the 25 season after debuting this truck at the World Finals for that car wall stunt, which was nice to see. Soldier Fortune's now gone. A little donut here. Get to see that action going on. And not only do you have one Sparkle Smash this season, but you have another one out in the Arena Tour Central. Jamie Sullivan is driving that truck on the Central Tour. And I will be reacting to that tour, by the way, when I release the next schedule. That will be the first thing I'll react to when they're in Milwaukee. I see their favorite video game. Right now it's probably oh, huge error. Oh boy! Sparkle Smash gonna flip over. A good save. Wow. That was a big send. The truck is shut off. There might have been some damage to the rear. 28 seconds to go of the run. That was a good save from Caleb Blood. We'll see if they can refire that. Maybe get a backflip in there. That was a big time jump. Yeah, the truck is refired. Seems like the officials don't want her to go. And yeah, she's going to call it there. She might be upset about that. And the run has ended. Good. This will be a good score for her. Here's that replay that we can now see. That's the first send from that berm. It's not as big as the second one. Here's the one right here. Big time jump and just clipped the back of it. And yeah, there's where the rear gave out. But she was able to keep it on all fours. Great control. Yes, I have heard of Steel Titans. Favorite game that I played is probably... I'd probably want to say Path of Destruction. 8.135 for Sparkle Smash will put her in third place. Right behind Jester and Megalodon. Something on the rear there. I don't wonder what happened there. The rear pretty much locked up. So now we're halfway through. And a skip right here probably. Oh, the screen's black. Oh, we got cams going on. All right. So now we're going into the next half of freestyle. As we have Bryce Kenny and the Monster Mutt. Again, he's back into that truck after 8 years. After driving Mohawk Warrior for a very long time. Finally back in his old ride. And he starts it off big. Big set off the berm. I actually kind of like it. The announcers are pretty much talking during the run. That's like I don't know. I think it was a whole lot cooler when there was people talking during the freestyle runs. Nah, I'm fine, dude. Oh, another big send. Straight off of the berm again. You're going to see a lot of those from all these drivers here. Monster Mutt is going for it. This is somebody told me that this was the run to be excited for. Oh, wait, the video's down. Is the internet right on? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry, dude. Oh, the video's delayed. Oh, boy. Do we have some sort of problem here, maybe? Let me check the internet to make sure. Ugh. Let me check it real quick. We have technical difficulties. Yeah, we gotta test the internet connection. I don't know if... Again, I do have, like... I'm not sure if, though, because it might be, like, copyright, so I'm, like... So I was just like, if I don't show the video, then it'll probably be fine, but... Yeah, just for the sake of it, I'm just keep to my promise. You're just going to be seeing my reaction. Unfortunately, you won't see the, pretty much the show for all the reactions I get. I don't know if I should do that, so... Okay, one more to go. You're good. One more here, come on. There we go. Okay, we'll get back into it. Well, still checking. Okay, there we go. Alright, we'll get back into it. Anyways. Amazing. It's been a huge bounce back for me lately. Last month was incredible, and I really have high hopes for 25. Really hope they have a good year. Anyways, back to Monster Mutt's run. Big time air. And we ended off pretty much right here. Okay, there goes the run. The footage keeps going. Just goes to the jammer. Duck up to that pod. Going to the backside of the step up now. Checks it down. And he's going to go straight for the backflip here. We'll see if he can land this one. And Monster Mutt, perfect backflip and the moonwalk for extra good measure. Bryce Kenny, we don't actually see that often out of him, so that was really nice to see, especially in that brand new Monster Mutt truck. Gets a nice donut now. I don't. Ooh, a nice big hit off the center pod. Still got plenty of time to do something good here. To maybe dethrone Megalodon off the top spot. Oh my! Biggest air of the night so far. The tail comes flying off. And Bryce Kenny. Huge send-in. And he does a little reverse move there. And he keeps it going. Whoa! Whoa! A wild ending to his run. Oh, he just might put himself in the top spot here. This is going to be a difficult one to decide here for the fans. What an ending. To finish that off in reverse. A little homage to Dan Evans there. Did that all the time. Here's the ending of his run, reversing around the berm. And it's really nice to see somebody driving blindly around this track. Maybe kind of have a little combo there around the center pot a little bit. See, look at that. I think he tried to follow that up as well, but yeah, the other berm just got him. He couldn't save it. That would be safe if he did reverse save it. All right. Is it good for the lead? No, it is not. 9.322. Interesting. I could have thought that was the lead. Still a nice second place run there. Couldn't hear the fan reaction. I know. I gotta skip these. Here's Todd LeDuc. I guess we'll listen to his interview. Right here. So far he's keeping the lead. And again, we'll see how long they can keep up. We still have 5 trucks left to go in this freestyle. Just gotta wait for this ad. And again, after this video's done, a couple hours later, you'll see the second Anaheim stream, which that will be live. So that'll really be something I haven't watched. I do. Right there, I have a E-kit. And I've been drumming for about 5 years now. I have a couple videos on the channel too, if you want to check that out. So here's Megalodon's interview. The Bagley rules, bro. I can't. It's so funny on the camera, dude. What is he doing? Are you swimming now? Oh my gosh, I love tomfoolery, man. What, Mike? The Triple H? What the heck? Did the water spin? Oh my gosh, dude! I can't. I will be live streaming the next one. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Eastern time. I'm gonna be going live on that. And here he goes again. Jeez, Matt. He has such a confused look on his face. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This has been a good show so far. Yes, it will be a different stream. We'll skip a little bit. Over to the next truck. Oh, it's a big one. We got more coming up. Wish I could be in the camera someday if I go to another event. Upstate New York. That's where I'm currently residing in. They're not coming to Syracuse this year, which I'm disappointed about. Then they probably won't be coming up for a while. All right, here comes Cole Bernard and Black Pearl now. Already with a decent night so far. Got finals in racing. And a little bit of good skill performance to add to that. And he's known to be a wild freestyler. We'll see how he does. Again, a former Gravedigger driver, so he could pretty much go off on this track here. And he starts I would say that's a little bit of a cross threat there off of that step up. That was really nice. And here he goes again. Huge air to the center of the track. Black Pearl already going up. There's the crew chief watching on. West to Columbus. Nice. Huge air again. And Cole Bernard, again, very good freestyler. He almost actually won a world championship. Oh my! What a wreck! A wonky jump, and he just rips out the right front wheel, and the truck is in smithereens right now. Holy cow. That was a huge wreck. Still in bars, but that's going to be it. Don't know if he filled 30 seconds of his time. Here it is. Oh, just completely ripped off the knuckle like it was nothing. Wow. Unbelievable. What a wreck. I'm surprised he didn't go on his lid. I am surprised he did not go on his lid. That was wild. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a good score, but 6.982, 7th place. Yeah, that was a wild wreck for sure. And there's that one side of the wheel. Completely destroyed. Yeah, ripped to the truck, man. That was mad. What a wreck. Definitely worse than Kraken's. At least it wasn't fatal though. That's the thing. He didn't injure himself, which was good. So now they got to clear that track out, and all right, now we get to witness this guy come up next. Again, 9.601, still the score to beat. 4 trucks left. Up next, in his first Stadium Tour full-time, newly crowned World Racing Champion, Zach Garner and Wildside. I think he might be in the top half of the points still to win the overall event championship, but it's kind of low. If he could get a really good freestyle here and get on the podium at least, that would be nice for him. I have him going top 5 of the tour all time, like 4th place. So I imagine he'll be a strong competitor out here in the stadiums. And oh my! Already a good save. Another wonky jump again. It was almost the same as Black Pearl, but no damage. And he saves it. The truck is still in one piece. But that was almost fatal for him. Could have gotten a 0 in his score, but he still keeps it going. And there's 30 seconds, so there you go. He will get a score. Gets a donut real quickly. Very nice, very nice. Oh my, he's in trouble again! Oh, he saved it! Oh my, he flipped the truck over again. Like the tiny step up clipped it. And he got it back over. This is unbelievable. Zach Garner is all over the place right now. Continues to damage the truck. What is going on? Already in contention to get the top spot. And he sends it again. We'll see if he goes for a backflip here. His visibility is kind of low because of that hood. It's kind of popping out on him. But he literally slinging. He is just full throttle. Hit the gas nonstop. Truck is gassing a little bit. Still have pretty much 30 seconds here, so if you could get a backflip in here, this would be incredible for Zach. Sends it again, straight off of the berm, and now the body starting to fly off. Oh, he slows down again, or maybe he could get an 8-pack probably. I don't know. Still got 10 seconds. Maybe not going for a backflip here. Oh, he will, maybe? Nope. I think he's just going to call it there. The truck's already pretty much damaged. But wow, what a statement shown by Zach Garner. 2 wild moves in his Wow Factor freestyle run. There was the first hit. Wonky. Oh, boy. Thought he was going over there. Good save. And then that second hit that you see.
Do you want to go to Manta's for dinner at 5?
Nah, I'm good with that.
I figured. I'm going. Amy's picking me up in a little bit. I'm going to Wegmans.
Okay. Here's that wreck again. You can see it. Yeah, it just kind of clipped the racing. Actually, no, that was right before it. Wild finish. We'll see what the score is for Wildside here. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. 8.449. It's good enough for 4th place. So fair enough. We didn't get a backflip. If it was a backflip, there would be a very high score. But he is in the top half. I will take that. I will definitely take that. Final 3 competitors, and they're basically the heavy hitters. They're my top 3. So, yeah, we got basically the top 3 drivers here still left to go in freestyle. That was a very nice freestyle to his run. And here's 10th truck. 5-time world champion up next onto the track. Adam Anderson, Gravedigger. He's tied for 2nd in the overall. So far, 2nd place in the point standings. He's tied with Excalibur. Mike Pagliarulo, if he can basically get the lead, this would be a good points fall for him. He could probably win the overall event championship. It depends how Ryan Anderson does. He has a 6-point lead right now. And we'll see how we'll see how it shakes down. If Ryan Anderson does that bad, then the Gravedigger Excalibur can win. We'll see how Adam does. He gets his first hit off of the racing lane. Went to a Sabres game. Nice. Never been to a hockey game. Again, this is a brand new truck that he has for the 25 season. Oh, the truck shut off. Interesting. I don't know what happened there. The truck's shut off right now. 100 seconds to go. 10 more seconds to get a score so far. And the truck, it has refired. Okay, so we're back underway. And the clock continues on. No more next hit, so. Oh, he's having major problems right now. And it stopped again. Electrical issues right now. Only 2 more seconds. It's still going. And there goes 30 seconds. Okay, so the truck shut off on him, but he's at an average to get a score, and it is not going good for him right now. But right now he's throttling out. He's probably angry right now at his truck. We'll probably get to see a lot of big air here. And again, yeah, it has to be electrical issues. There's no way. Oh, well, the truck's still going. I mean, yeah, he's probably just going to call it. Oh, a disappointing finish. Adam Anderson, that is not what he wanted at all. First, we have Tyler Mendiga's huge wreck. And so the Gravedigger team in the stadiums having horrible freestyles. He will get a score, but it's not going to be good. So Excalibur, that means probably the only driver that could win the overall event championship. Again, depends on how Ryan Anderson does. But that is dead last for Gravedigger. What a shame for Adam, man. We have 2 more trucks to go. Yeah, pretty much. That the officials make it happen. Again, there it is. Excalibur so far is 6th place, 8.083. If Ryan Anderson goes maybe 10th, 11th, or 12th, he's at a 6-point lead. So actually, you would have to get dead last probably to tie, right? If you get 1 point, maybe not. Maybe I'm stretching it out too much. Maybe, but it's still. We'll have to see at the end. All right, Tristan England now. Earthshake, or not Earthshaker. JCB Digatron. What? I was stuck in time there for a second. Oh my gosh, a big fail for me. JCB Digatron. 2nd gen driver carrying on the legacy of the monster trucks. Shane England. He's competed in the stadium many times. If you saw one of his runs in 2017, and he did a consecutive backflip. Tristan might throw down a really good song. He's already won 2-wheel skills, and right away, starting to get off strong, off the jammer, and then the combo onto the middle pod. A great start for the Digatron right now. Be nice for him if he could get up to another win here for tonight. And is that their family right there? Is that Shane sitting in the stands? It could be. We'll get a score. Another nice air. Never been to New York City, nope. Completely slinging it around the track. So I believe he's at 14 points right now. If he gets 12 more, it puts him at 26. I'd probably put him in podium spot for all event championship. Again, horrible racing performance. This will be a nice bounce back for him. Under a minute to go for JCB. Again, earlier tonight he said he had a move that he's never done before, but he has planned several times. It could be anything at this point. We're going to have to see if what Tristan's cooking up here, because I really would like to see that move happen. 30 seconds left now. JCB going for the backflip ramp. And he nails the backflip moonwalk perfectly. The backflip, the moonwalk combination was perfect. And the Digatron still going. 15 seconds to go. Sends it off the step up here. Again, a wow moment here would put him up in contention for the lead. And he's going to combo it again. Almost flipped it over. Gets it back over. And time is up. So it doesn't look like we'll see that move. It's still a great run, though, from Tristan. That has to be his family right there. It has to be. Nice to see them watching on. Good for Tristan, man. A great freestyle. Let's see what happens here. The replay. Here's that backflip moonwalk. That was the best one we've seen all night. Completely got it vertical there, which is basically the key to a perfect backflip moonwalk combination. Very nice. Will it be Tyler Duke and Megalodon, though? That is the question. Definitely a 9 score. 3rd or 2nd place is my prediction here. Let's see. The score is not even a 9. It's an 8.879. It'll put him in 3rd place. And Tristan had the most shocked look on his face. Like his eyes were popping out. What the heck? He's shocked. Bro, he had the most shocked look on his face. Yeah, I hate to say it, Tristan, but I don't think you had no shit compared to what, Bryce did especially. But, yeah, probably what Todd's score was. All right, final truck to go. It all comes down to this. Ryan Anderson just needs to be in basically the top half of the freestyle order in order to clinch the overall event championship. He is currently 6 points ahead of everybody. So if he can get top half here, he pretty much clinch the overall event championship. We'll see what happens for the 4-time world champion. See if he can keep up the stadium win series, of course. He won the West Tour last year. This time he's trying to retain it against all these other competitors. Going against his brother Adam again, but also Tristan. A lot of other heavy hitters on this tour. And here goes Ryan, who's going to start off his run off of the step up. Very nice air to start his run. And again, this is one of the fastest trucks in this track. Like, every time, pretty much, every corner that he's around this track, he's always has the pedal to the metal, basically the foot down to the throttle all the way. He never lets up. And that's the thing. He's pretty much like a cheat code every time he gets out there in freestyle. It's pretty much unexplainable sometimes. A huge jump on the racing lane and a little sidewall bicycle. Very nice move from Ryan. And he keeps it on all fours. 75 seconds left to freestyle. And he sends it off the center pod. Keeps that run going. Megalodon been up the top spot for an awful long time. Ryan trying to do his best to beat 9.601 again. Very tough score to beat. He's circling back around the track. It looks like he's going to send it off of the berm. And he does. Squirrely jump, but he gets the air. Smooth landing. He's still on all fours there. He's going to the backside step up. Checks it down. Looks like he's going for a backflip here. And yeah, he does. Here we go. Let's see if he lands this. Can he get the moonwalk? Lands it. Perfect. Oh, boy, that was way too much on the moonwalk, and he's up and over. And Megalodon pretty much won freestyle, but that was a good run from Anderson. So this is top half here, so I think he just clinched the overall event championship. It was a very good run. Huge air into that bicycle sidewall of the race lane. That was a nice move. Keeps it all fours. He was on one wheel for a brief moment there. He could have had it in a moonwalk if he wanted to. I want to see that backflip. It's probably not going to be enough for the lead. So we got 3 different winners in one night. It's always nice to see. Yeah, he put way too much oomph in that moonwalk. At a one wheel. It is a 9 score, though, a 9.127. It's good enough for third. But your freestyle winner is Todd LeDuc and Megalodon. And Son of a Digger will walk away with the overall event championship. Definitely not enough for the overall championship. I have to see this. So good enough. Good for Todd, though. Good for Todd. He needs a win right here. All right. We'll see if it's enough for the lead right here. Oh, I see Leslie Mears out there, so I think Scott Jordan could be commentating over there right now. Interesting. Let's see this interview right here, and we'll cut it off. Yeah, this is on YouTube. Every Monster Jam event is going to be on YouTube now, full-time, which is always exciting. Yeah, good for Todd, man. Yep, 15 years. I knew he was driving for 15 years. Yeah, it's pretty much done. I do want to see who the overall event champion is. We got to stay for that, but probably Ryan Anderson. Got a good run. Tyler Duke, though, another hometown guy right there. He's like not living not from far from there, like 40 minutes away. So there's 12 points to Megalodon, so that will definitely help him in the points. But It is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. He will win the overall event championship. 12 in racing, 11 in skills, and 10 in freestyle. Consistent. Almost a perfect night. But Ryan living up to his name, trying to retain the stadium win that he got last year. There's the first overall event championship to that man right there. Again, very nice to see race here. And I'm going to be streaming that. So Ryan Anderson starts off his season strong with an overall event championship win and getting the points lead heading into the next show. And so that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it for the stream. So hope you guys enjoyed it. In a few hours, you will see the second show streaming on this channel as well. So that's going to do it for me. 3 hours time, pretty much. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.